I've always thought of comic books as fairy tales for older people. When we were kids, most of us loved fairy tales. Think you never outgrow your love of these stories of giants and ogres and witches and all of that. Superhero comics give you that for older people.
Don't have the...
Yes, you will. Yes.
Yeah. You not want to have the mic on?
How do I turn on and off?
I can control that. You get your money's worth out of me.
Every single penny.
Let's have some survivor.
Unfortunately, there is nothing fun about this video. Stan Lee has endured more abuse towards the end of his lifetime than we ever thought was possible. But one of the things that has caught my attention, and honestly is the heart of this video, is what would Stan Lee think of the MCU now? But just for everyone, because I know you guys love watching some of the slop that I like to give you guys, is going to be timestamped in the description. Let's rewind the clocks back to 1922 and let's learn about who Stan Lee was. Stan Lee was born Stanley Martin Lieber back in New York City on December 28, 1922. Stan Lee is the son of Celia and Jack Lieber. Back then, he grew up very poor, but he was always a curious child per his friends and his late family that he always loved to be outside, riding his bike, just having fun as a regular kid. But when he grew up, he wanted to serve his country, and he did back in World War II. Stan Lee joined back at Timely Comics back in 1939 when he was only 17 years old to the editors of Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. Not like the other retards that we have now that are 17.
My principal says that we're not normal.
Yup!
2008, the live-action MCU was created with the debut of Iron Man, and it was a fucking success.
Hey, Tony. Remember me?
Sure don't. Look great, Hef.
Well, at least someone started off with a solid movie that actually got a good future. Then, as time went on, we would see Stan Lee in cameos. Cameo after cameo after cameo. We all thought this guy was being taken care of, right? One of the men that created some of the best characters ever needed help. Looming in the shadows as if it was a sunrise on a very dark and desperate horizon, shit was about to go sideways in the worst way fucking possible. Stan Lee passed away at the age of 96 years old in 2018. Fortunately, his wife passed away just 1 year prior. It's almost as if Stan Lee lost his will to live. God damn, man, that's fucking romance right there. That's a fucking partner. The blood was fresh in the waters, and there were people already trying to step in to take over Stan Lee's businesses and just supersede everything. But what happened before this will haunt you and the rest of us.
It all started with his pencil. It started with he and Stan, and that's what created what we know as the Marvel Universe, were these characters.
Hold the fuck up!
You mean to tell me that these are the characters that Stan Lee would have supported? These are the characters that Stan Lee would have wanted? You absolute bumbling fucking retard! I hate everything that you are, and one day I will be seeing you, and you will be mine. Isham, where the fuck are my halls at?
When I get Sinister, alright. But you're gonna tell me that Stan Lee would have liked this direction?
And then?
Ironheart will be a series for Disney Plus about genius inventor Riri Williams, who has the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man's. Dominique Thorne will play the title role. And as we like to do, both Secret Invasion and Ironheart will tie directly to MCU feature films.
5 years later.
Here we go, okay.
Just to let you know, your girlfriend be bigger than John. Right.
Damn.
Bigger than Gates. Right. Bigger than Pym. Right. Bigger than Stark.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Yeah, come on.
Spit that shit out, man!
Wait! There's more!
And then?
If I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or might just literally get murdered.
Come here.
I'm not coming over there.
Let's go.
Forget it.
I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
Right.
And then?
No and then!
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 You killed my mother, my father.
Fuck you.
Lately, you're weak.
Rudy's a scroll, by the way.
And then?
The terrorists only set us back a bit.
You have to stop calling them terrorists.
You've got to do better, Senator. You've got to step up.
You are out of your goddamn mind if you think Stan Lee would have supported any of that crap. And honestly, they probably wouldn't have even cared and would have done it anyways. But unfortunately, this was not the end of the pain for Stan the Man Lee. After seeing all these absolute dickheads treat Stan Lee a certain way, once money got involved, it changes people, especially this fat asshole right here. When it came down to everything, the abuse was more than prevalent after everyone was able to see what people were doing to Stan Lee before his passing. Anybody that abuses any elderly person is a complete piece of shit, including his former business manager, Key Morgan, who had the influences to even remove him from his home for several days and isolating Stan Lee, even to the point where lawyers had to get involved to get a restraining order against his manager. Everyone at that point knew what his manager was doing, including trying to deceive Lee out of millions of dollars and moving him to a secure location out of everyone else's control. Things just continued to get more and more sickening as they tried to do everything that they could to keep anything away, even after his death in November, and the Los Angeles County District Attorney was able to take him into custody and charge him. The justice system with these four assholes alone, including Stan Lee's daughter, worked especially against Key Morgan, who was charged with elderly abuse, forgery, and fraud. Everything that we've seen happen to Stan Lee, especially due to his asshole, Key Morgan, tried to always look like the good guy, but unfortunately, the charges were not bound over for court, and he was inevitably found not guilty, and they dismissed the charges against Morgan, who served not one single day in jail. But justice was there for Stan Lee. When people want to talk about the justice system in this country, elderly people are going to be the most susceptible to everything, and this man who gave us everything from our childhoods was taken advantage of, and Disney did not give a shit, including Brie Larson. Great photo op, Brie.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
The pain would not even stop there. Even his own daughter, JC Lee, would want to push her father to do more and more appearances at Comic-Con so that he could get paid a lump sum of what was believed to be about $100,000, but she also wanted the money as well. JC thought herself as a self-proclaimed actress and artist, but even though she had to rely on her father for a lot of financial situations, but even still wanted his money because she couldn't make it. The friends that Stan truly had, including Martin Goodman back in the day, was only some of the ones that he really could have relied on now. It's truly a sad and painful thing to see what the state of the MCU is right now, because I know Stan Lee would absolutely hate it to see what they've done to his beloved characters. The man who created some of our most beloved heroes needed a hero himself, and no one was around. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think Stan the Man Lee would have thought about the MCU now? Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy this video, I thank you all so much for watching. And as always, until we meet again.